Hi, everyone. My name's Alyssa.
And I'm Michael. Together, we oversee partnerships for the TEDx community.
TED's a nonprofit, so we speak with companies, foundations, and individuals who care about our global program and want to invest in our community.
And we hear from so many of you that partnerships are sometimes the hardest part about organizing a TEDx event. And believe me, we feel your pain.
That's right. And so today, what we want to cover are the common questions that we get from partners and the success stories we see you all creating in the community. We hope it's helpful.
But first, let's touch on why. Why do we even try and raise money for the Global TEDx program?
I have an idea. Because the program costs money!
That's right. And while, partnerships help cover program costs, we also want to design partnerships that have a direct community impact that you can feel.
That too. Like funding community gatherings like TEDfest or the TEDx workshops that happen at TED conferences.
Or being able to subsidize a TEDx discounted rate to attend those gatherings.
Half price is good, but zero price is better. How about full room and board scholarships for TEDx organizers to come to TED?
And a big one, having the resources to build tools that make organizing a TEDx event that much easier. Think about what it takes to design the TEDx Hub, the media uploader, event pages on TED.com. You get the picture. But partnerships aren't easy. And TEDx partnerships are especially challenging because TEDx partnerships don't sell a product. They design an experience. And it can take time to help educate a partner about what you can and cannot do at your TEDx event.
It's for that reason that Michael and I have a lot of conversations with partners. A lot.
A lot.
And some of them are more productive than others. So what we wanted to share today are some of the questions that we face, because chances are you guys do too. And we wanted to share how we respond.
Here are a few of the top questions we get from organizations looking to partner with the TEDx community.
Bear with us. We're going to be a little bit cheesy. I'm going to be the partner. So Michael, we're getting really excited about partnering at the TEDx event, and we're thinking more about the stage time and wondering where our brand is going to be on stage and when our company representative gets to come up on the red dot and say a few words.
Normally event sponsorships are just about that, having a representative on stage and seeing your logo everywhere. But TEDx partnerships are different. Your brand actually can't be on the stage because the TEDx stage is dedicated to our mission of ideas worth spreading. From the stage, our host will thank you and our other partners. But the time for your brand to shine is really in between speaker sessions and outside of the theater. But let's think about what that could look like.
So let's break this down. The partner heard that TED is dedicated to its mission of ideas worth spreading and has a lot of integrity around that mission. The partner was specifically called out and made attention to where their brand couldn't be, but Michael specifically said where their brand could be, and he wanted to collaborate with that on together.
Okay, I'll play the partner this time. All right, so we can't be on stage. How will our brand be seen? If we don't get the stage, what do we get?
There are lots of options. So here's a map of our venue, and on there I've highlighted spaces where your partner brand can come to life. Think about the rooms that we have on this site. That's room for installation, galleries, exhibits, and that's just inside the venue. Outside the venue, there are lots of other sponsorship opportunities. I'm curious to hear if you're more interested in building relationships with thought leaders. If so, we could do a curated roundtable discussion. Or if it's more about the speakers and other partners, you could be the presenting partner of our speaker partner dinner. And we haven't even talked about digital.
So Alyssa's answer helped the partner dream about all the other spaces and places at your TEDx event that their brand can be activated. And it wasn't about the theater.
Okay, last time. I think I'm getting it, but we're in a really tough spot this year, and my boss is definitely going to ask me what sort of investment this is and what sort of return on investment we're getting. So how should I answer that question?
Love that question. At our TEDx event, we really know what we're offering a partner. We're offering you our audience. And this audience is the most engaged, civic-minded, innovative audience you're going to find in this market. Our audience trends 75% in the 18 to 35 demographic, and they list connecting with their community as one of the top reasons they keep coming back to our TEDx event year on year. So I see those characteristics are part of your target demographic. So following our partnership, I'm going to provide you with a report with just how deeply your brand engaged with that audience that you can place right on your boss's desk. How does that sound?
You can tell that Michael was really prepared for this question because he knows his audience. And as a partner, that makes me feel really confident that I'm engaging in a professional partnership that is going to come back and help our goals at the end of the year. Michael was able to do that because he knew his audience. So as a TEDx event, make sure you're collecting information about your attendees so you're prepared for that common question of return on investment. Hopefully by now, the partner's getting the picture. TEDx partnerships aren't a spam email campaign. They aren't a sales pitch from stage. They're authentic, they're meaningful, they're worth the investment, and they're formed collaboratively. And when all of that comes together, it works. Here are 5 examples from you, the TEDx community, of successful creative partnerships.
First up, TEDx Bratislava in Slovakia does a great job of drawing their attendees' attention outside of the theater. As an attendee in between sessions, you have a choice of a lot of cool activities with partners. You could tour a digital garage with Google. You could try light painting with a local banking app. Or you could even have some virtual reality to experience what it's like on Mars with a local utility company. All of these activities were designed in collaboration with a partner. And the bottom line, think beyond that standard event partner activation booth. Make the best of the breaks.
I want to go to Mars. All right. Drawing on the event's theme, TEDx Lagos in Nigeria worked with their partner to create an interactive panel discussion called The Springboard, enabling conversations for the common good. This panel was actually bringing people together to think about the community development and the sustainable practices that would be needed to envision a better future for Nigeria. It was really moving and a really important conversation that attendees wanted to have, and they thanked the partner for creating that time and space afterwards. And this is all because the partner drew inspiration from the TEDx team's inspiration, the event theme.
Or for a step in another direction, TEDx Porto in Portugal worked with a local artisan to design this pair of differently colored shoes to help change the public's perception about what's normal. The team was actually inspired by a talk from the previous year that focused on how people with autism can lead independent lives. And it's storytelling like this, with engaging, eye-catching event elements, that can be exactly the story an event partner would want to help tell.
And now let's talk about beyond event day. TEDx Adventures are curated experiences that TEDx teams can engage their community in all year long. TEDx Rosario in Argentina refers to them as experiences with a capital X. They have conversations with their local partner about the types of activities they can invite their community to that will help the brand come to life and be something that their attendees will remember. So they've taken the shape of bike polo, vermouth tasting, cooking classes, and many more. There's more information about TEDx Adventures on TED.com and the TEDx Hub. I encourage you to check it out.
And if you haven't listened to Dimitri Gunn's episode of Solving for X, the podcast for TEDx organizers, here's the big takeaway. Consider doing away with those traditional event sponsorship levels and create real community with your partners. At TEDx Cambridge in the US, event partners pay a flat membership rate, and in return for the standard event benefits like VIP passes and brand recognition, they also get real community with their partners. They receive networking opportunities and facilitated introductions to like-minded peer organizations. And partners say this is a big value to them. So don't undervalue what you have with your event and the network it can provide to partners.
Bottom line, TEDx events are very valuable, and there are many ways to communicate that value to your partners. We're in this together. We know it's hard. We know you get told no quite a bit, but there are many yeses. So keep working and share the challenges that you're facing, the creative partnerships that you're forging, and hopefully the new ideas you're dreaming up on both the TEDx Hub and in the Facebook group. Thank you.